Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Sunday evening frequency meditation. I'm out here right now in the ocean off the islands of the Gulf Islands in British Columbia, and the nature here, as always, never disappoints. It's so pure and powerful. You know, most people experience nature only through the five physical senses, and most people experience life only through the five physical senses: taste, touch, sound, smell, sight. And if they don't experience it through that, they tend not to believe it's real. That's one of the biggest challenges us humans have. But when you hang out in nature, especially when you start doing this work that we do, you start to get exposed to other frequencies that are not part of this time bound being in a moment of time and are outside of time. That's why, for instance, another sense is intuition. And people can go forward, they can go in the future, see what's there, and then bring it here. And it's the same with these frequencies of nature. Once you tune into them, once you start a relationship with them, they will reveal itself to you. And for instance, the ocean here, as I said before, it's so powerful, it's so pure, but also it's so deep. The frequencies are so deep that it has the power to help us clear out, cleanse, flush those really deep-rooted distortions. They're not even ours, they're from our ancestors, that we can get the propulsion by using these frequencies to come in and just flush it all out and to help us. So let's drop into a meditation here. Let's bring in these frequencies from the ocean, help you come into your spot so that you could actually use this power to help you be the next best possible version of you. And with that, I hope you have a really great week. As we just become aware of our body, where we're situated, one within our body, in that inner physical environment where the skin stops and all of our inner workings is, our organs, our flesh, bones, the skeleton system, the brain. Just noticing you in that inner environment. And taking a deep breath in, breathing in from the core of the earth where there's these pure frequencies filtered out over billions of years through the mechanism of gravity. We can bring in these pure frequencies right up through our body, our whole body, coming to the crown. And being here in this present moment. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. Just giving yourself permission to just stay here. And as we take that other breath in, all the way up, pure frequencies coming to your brain, noticing the left side of your brain, the right side of your brain, and then that central hub where the two meet, complementing each other. And you just in your hub right here, as you spend time here, I'll also help you generate frequencies the ones from the ocean, where I am right now, bringing in this for us. And let's just imagine. Let's use this thing called imagination. I know, although when we were children, it was always very much downplayed. Stop playing with those imaginary friends. Stop daydreaming. Time to get real. It's all dimming us down from using more than just our physical five senses. Taking another breath in. And let's use our imagination walking down a path, noticing you walking on down that path. And with this imagination, what does that path look like? Is it dense? Is it a tropical path? Are you somewhere hot, the tropics? Or are you in a different season of the year where it's colder? Notice what you're wearing. And as we're walking down this path, we hear water. We're not sure where we are, but we're not too concerned. We hear water and we don't know where it's coming from, so we start to follow it. Imagining yourself going through the forest, the path, wherever you are. What you're experiencing, the smells around you, different trees, flowers that you can see if you have those. How does it feel as you walk? Are you walking barefoot? Smells in the air. Smelling the vegetation or a sweet flower. Maybe the ocean. That's the sound you're hearing. And as we keep walking towards that sound of the water, again coming back to your visualization of what you're experiencing. And it's getting louder. How are we feeling? Are we anxious, excited, fearful, chilled? It's getting louder and louder as we keep walking. We can't see anything because we're in the forest. But we know we're on the right path. Taking another deep breath in. And as we get to the edge of this thick landscape, we see a clearing. We see the water. What do you see with that mind's eye? What are the consequences of what you see for you? So you head towards this water. What do you do when you reach it? What are you thinking? What's around you? You notice now that you're here that you're hungry and you're thirsty. You've actually been walking a long time. So you pull out your bag. You brought something with you. And you start to pull it out. Put it in front of you. What did you bring? Did you bring anything to drink? What's that? You get pulled towards the body of water after you've had your food, your drink. And it's like you're in a moment of time. Stand still for you. And it's just you with that body of water. And it's so alluring, it pulls you in. What are you experiencing as you come into this different environment? What do you believe? What do you imagine this water can do for you? What is it doing for you? Refreshing you? Cooling you down? Warming you up? This other environment that you've walked into. What do you think this environment? It's a very powerful environment, water. It's vast. So many activities that we have no idea that go on. The synchronicity of the tides has quite an intelligence, a super intelligence. So as you're immersed now in this water, what do you think it can do for you? And as we open our eyes, look around, come back here right now to this moment, and then close your eyes, go back to you in the water. We start to feel more comfortable, more familiar in this environment. Humans love feeling familiar. Humans resist when something's unfamiliar to them. They're on the defense, sometimes the offense. So as you're in this environment, this vast, powerful environment that has a clearly super intelligence, you start to get more familiar with it. You get more comfortable with it. You start to relax, merge into it. You start to understand it better. It's not the mind trying to figure it out, trying to attempt to be in control, which is what the mind does whenever it's in a situation it's not familiar with. So you relax into this environment and start to receive. Through the imagination. Noting the imagination is the beginning of everything. We imagine all day long. Unfortunately, most of those imaginations are not serving us, are not very good case scenarios all day long. And then when we're not imagining it, we turn on some sort of social media. And their imagination, we absorb. And those imaginations do not serve us. So we always use imagination. But now we're going to start to use this sixth sense to open up other senses, such as intuition. So as you open your eyes right now, noticing you here, noticing how on this visual, you could use your five senses. You could touch, you could hear things, you could see things, but you weren't in time. You were outside of time. And then when you came back here, when I asked you to open your eyes, you came back to this time, but then you went back outside of time, where these other senses, these non-physical senses, originate from. Also, when we do visuals, they're a gauge to see how you're creating. What rule sets do you have that you are creating, not only in your imagination, but the pattern will be the same in this physical existence. So how did you create your environment? Was it there to nurture you? Or was it an uncomfortable, challenging environment? The temperature, the path. What did you pull out to have to eat? Was it a bag of chips and a Coca-Cola, or was it a gourmet meal? Could be anything. Or was it a body of water? Is it a powerful, clean, pristine, beautiful color ocean? Was it a beach? How you would always want to have a beach to be? How did you imagine this scenario? Where did that come from? Where did the induction frequencies that created all of this, where did they come from? And what are those programs? That's the work we do here at Space Dive. We go to the induction frequencies and edit there. And then everything you create in your inner environment and in your outer environment as a result is done with a more efficient rule set. And this is where true abundance, true freedom, true completion is. So taking another breath in. You can stay here. The frequencies that are generated are still here. They're still working on you. And with that, I hope you all have a beautiful week.